What's going on? You already know what it is. It's Rec. I'm back. I'm reacting. We got a No Fugazi clip. Before we get into it, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Drop it in the comments. Let me know what you like and let me know what I can improve on because I'm always trying to get better, as you should too. Let's get it.
Well, how long have you been single for?
February? Since February. Yeah, it's been some
Okay,
time.
who broke up with who?
6 months.
I broke up with him.
You broke up with him?
Yes.
What did you do wrong?
No, I mean, maybe some things, but no, he.
Oh, him. I didn't ask that. I said what you do wrong.
No, I did the breaking up.
Okay, I know you did the breaking up, but I didn't ask that question.
What did I do wrong?
Yeah, you didn't do nothing wrong in a relationship?
No, everyone does something wrong.
Okay.
Everyone does something
Pick out
wrong.
one. Give me one thing you did wrong and one thing he did wrong.
Something I did wrong. I get too anxious about stuff. I feel like a lot of people who have been through bad relationships get like anxious about certain
You
things.
start the check thing?
A little bit.
There it goes.
I'm working on it. I'm in therapy. I'm working on it.
Okay.
What he did wrong, why I broke up with him, was he wanted me to lose weight.
What's wrong with that? I don't understand. I don't see what's wrong in him wanting you to lose weight, but let's listen a little more and try to figure it out. Try to get surgical with it.
Think of a poem about your identity. Funding our school is a big.
Okay. So he wanted you to lose weight and you were like, I'm fine with my figure. I don't want to lose weight.
I was like, this is how you found me. Like,
Yeah? So you was like,
found
oh, this is how you found me? Why do I
Yeah.
have to change?
yeah, I don't have to change.
Understandable. When you met him, did you expect him to change in any aspects?
No,
No?
I do not like trying to change people.
Okay.
You cannot
Fair enough.
change people unless they want to be changed themselves.
Are you looking for like a marriage or what are you looking for?
Marriage, yes.
You're looking for a marriage.
Yeah.
Do you think if you first meet someone and you want a marriage with a guy, do you think the woman should change for a marriage? Do you think the woman should act as her behaviors to get the things that she wants out of a man?
I think that when you decide to be in a relationship, you have to work together to make it work, and you both
Yeah.
are constantly going to be changing. So you're
Facts. It's true. I agree with her on that point. You know, because you're not gonna be the same person 2 years from now than you are today. I'm not the same man that I was 5 years ago, and I'm not going to be the same man that I am 5 years. You know what I mean? Into the future. So it's always about growing. It's always about trying to have that growth. A lot of people, they just want to stay stagnant mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially. We ain't never staying stagnant financially. The bag is only going to increase. But let's keep going.
change, and he's going to change
Yeah.
no matter what to make the relationship work. That's just part of life. Like the person I was a year ago, I'm completely different now.
Completely different.
And
Gotcha.
you kind of, I think, to make relationships work, you have to kind of mold in together over time.
Gotcha.
It's not
was
just
there
the girl, it's the
anything
guy,
that you
too.
wanted him to change though?
Not calling me
Was he
fat.
like, was he, besides that, besides him, wanting you to elevate yourself and motivate you to, elevate yourself and also understand your value and increase your value because that's what he's looking at. Women, from a man's eyes, beauty is like one of your most valuable things. So if a man wants you to increase your value by saying, hey, you look good now. But, if you got in the gym and you lost some weight, you look even better.
Yeah, well, him and I both talked about going to the gym together
Yeah.
and both
So what's
looking
the problem?
good. But it's the way you word it that really matters.
That really matters.
I made
yeah.
it very, the way he literally told me I had a beer belly. Like, it was like really nasty comments.
Yeah.
If you go up to your significant other and you're like, hey, I want to get in shape. Do you want to
Hey,
get...
yo. Bro, telling your girl that she got a beer belly is crazy. But, beyond that, I feel like, I think a lot of the times, like, women, they focus too much on what you're saying instead of the magnitude of, the point of why you're saying it. You know what I mean? It's like, oh no, I didn't like the way you said that. It's like, okay, you didn't like the way I said that, but what about what I said? Do you agree with what I said or do you disagree? You know what I mean? But sometimes they get stuck on how it's said, that the actual message and the whole point it just goes straight over the head.
Let's go together. You're both improving each other.
Yeah.
For the right reasons. But if you're gonna look at your significant other,
What
and
if
like,
he's already in shape and you're the only one that needs to get in shape?
there's a way to word it.
Oh,
You don't like how he said it, pretty much.
I didn't like how he said it.
You didn't like how he said it, so you was tone policing the way he's
Told police. Look, baby, it don't matter. All right, we got to get back into the gym. You got to get back into the gym. There's no. Let's be real, fellas. There's no nice way to say that. No matter how it's gonna come off, no matter how you say it, the woman is gonna process it like you calling her, you know what I mean, a dump truck. You calling her, you know what I mean, she fat and all that. There's no way that's gonna come out sounding good in her ears. But this woman, I don't know. I think she capping a little bit because I ain't really heard nothing about no type of accountability on why you actually broke up with dude. Maybe we'll get it.
He literally asked for my height and weight. Told me what? He's like, oh, your BMI, you need to lose 20 pounds.
This is like while you were dating.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Good man. I don't see anything wrong with
I
He
don't
that.
see
wasn't
it.
terrible. He wasn't.
I don't see anything wrong with that. He wasn't terrible. So why did you break up with him? I don't know her name, but I'm gonna call her Lauren. Why'd you break up with him, Lauren? If he wasn't that terrible.
Worse, but
Yeah.
I think at some point you have to have self-respect, and if you don't, and like I said, it wasn't like he made the comment and then I broke up with him. He started making these comments, and then I was like, "Listen, you need to stop these comments." Right? Everyone makes
Comments, I get
mistakes.
it.
Everyone comes from a
Was
different
he
place.
financially, stable?
No,
He wasn't financially stable?
no, and that
Did
didn't
you-
matter to me.
Oh, it didn't matter, but would you want him to be more financially stable?
I mean, I feel like to make that comment, I have to be financially stable myself.
Just answer the question. Just answer the question. No, yes, you would want him to be financially stable. And if he wasn't, you would be out. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Women want a man who could provide. If he can't provide, women are going to be out. They're going to leave. Just answer the question. Just straightforward, please. Big pet peeve. Answer the
Yeah,
question.
no. And sorry, ladies, this is right. The
I don't like
podcast
pointing
just
the
started. We're
finger.
going to get to everybody else. I just want to understand your mindset. So, would you say that women, you yourself, you look for like security, protection, and providing from a guy? Would you say like that's the glue? Yeah, there's a multitude of other things like making you feel good and making you feel the vibes and showing you good experiences. But like if he can't protect and provide for you to some extent, it's like as well date a girl. So do you think like that's the glue, protecting and providing in a relationship?
I am a hopeless romantic.
Yeah.
I
And to be fair, bro, she's not even big, honestly. Like, she's not big, honestly. But, like,
in love. I believe that
Love over anything.
love over anything. I
Yeah.
know that love isn't enough, so I feel like that kind of stuff kind of happens later in the relationship.
Well,
because
I'll
that-
word it this way. Would you say that you said that he wasn't financially stable?
Yeah, that's not why I broke up with him.
I know, I got it. I would just want
you sure about that?
just walk with me here. He wasn't financially stable. Do you think that the relationship would have been better? I know the things that he said, but
Yeah.
not that. Let's excuse that for right now. Do you think that you would have been more secured in a relationship if he was financially stable? Like that's an
No.
area of improvement that he can improve on?
There is no amount of money that would allow me to take that kind of disrespect. I don't care how much
No,
money.
no, no. I'm not talking about the disrespect. I'm not talking about any of
Oh,
that.
just in
But
general, like, if he had money.
Like, because I'm looking for something he was lacking on and something that he could do better, right? So he was lacking financially.
Yeah.
My question to you is, if he wasn't lacking financially, do you think that's a net positive in a relationship? A
So
man
just
that is
that
stable?
just looking at that singular
That single aspect.
okay,
If he went
I see what
from
you're
making
saying.
$50,000 to $100,000, do you think that's a benefit in a relationship in general?
Either partner making that kind of money does help because
Does help.
eventually, if you get serious, right, you get married,
Yep.
finances become an issue.
Put it
Yeah.
together.
If someone has money that's less to argue about.
Let's argue about. Got it. So look, because I see your perspective on how you think about that, and I totally agree. I think that if a man is making X amount of dollars, but then he can increase his money, that would be a benefit for the entire relationship. But not only that, because you look for protecting and providing, you look for security.
Facts. That's the baseline. That's the baseline. Women want a man who can protect and provide. A man that can provide security. You know what I mean? Just like you said, a man that can handle business. You know, you ain't got to worry about getting eviction notices on the door. You ain't got to worry about cars getting repoed because he gonna handle it. He gonna make sure that, you know, the money's being made, and you know everything is being secure financially. We good. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
That's a future. You see a future with that man. Now let's bring it back to you. Men were different because attraction isn't symmetrical, it's asymmetrical. So you liking a guy, you really don't care about that stuff in you, right? Like if a woman is making money, it's like, is she bad? Like no one cares about Oprah or
Nah, don't nobody care about Oprah. Nah, that's a fact.
I mean,
I don't.
she ain't
I'm sure
bad.
there's some dudes out there who I don't.
Like, she's not pretty. Like, she's a billionaire. She's still single. No one cares about Oprah. So I'm saying that on the flip side, he was saying to you, like, yo, you can increase your beauty. He was looking for you to elevate yourself, but you took it negative. Does that make sense?
I see what you're saying, and before I was telling him like, hey, I want to get back in shape.
Yeah.
I was telling that, but it was more so he kept bringing it up.
It was
and
the
he
way
kept,
he said it.
Yeah,
Fair
it was
enough,
the
fair
way
enough.
he like literally looking at your girl and saying, you have a beard. He literally would like point out specific things wrong, like, oh, you have some fat on your chin. Like,
I mean,
Nah, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. Because at the end of the day, bro, it still is your girl. To me, it's just sounding like dude just wanted to get rid of her and was just trying to come up with different reasons to push her out the door. Because, bro, I would never look at my wife like, babe, looking like you've been drinking a couple Modelo's, like 5 a week. I would never do that. That's not cool. At the end of the day, they're still women. And you still have to, you know, you still got to deal with them a certain way. You know, you got to handle with care. They're fragile. You know what I mean? So that's crazy. I think dude really just didn't want to be with her. So he was trying to come up with any reason on how, you know, to push her out the door. That's what I think.
direct man.
very specific, but like, and I was like, it was the fact that I felt disrespected.
I would say that's love. If anything, I would say that if a man is pointing out, if a man wants to better you on any regard, despite how he says it, if it's the truth, is love, because love is true.
I can see how where you
Truth is
I
love.
get what you're trying to say.
You know what I'm saying?
I get that. But at the same time, it can be about, you know, what you're saying. If you come out, babe, you looking like a fat, you know what I mean? Is it still love? Is that still love? Is he just trying to tell you that, you know what I mean, so you can better yourself and get back into the gym? No, he's just being disrespectful. You know what I mean? Like we said, bro, it's women, you gotta handle them differently. You know? I don't like the tone police. I don't like being policed because of my tone. But at the end of the day, if I'm saying something that's not disrespectful, then it shouldn't be a problem. You know, it shouldn't matter what my tone is. What am I saying, though? What's the message?
If we can all, this podcast called No Fugazi, so I'm gonna keep it true. Because I love, you know what I mean? It's love in the air over here. So, I mean, it is love in the air. But that's why it's called No Fugazi. Because if it, like, it's, gotta keep it real. So if I'm keeping it real, then I'm spreading love. If I'm not keeping it real, it's fake. It ain't love. It's like, I don't really care for you.
Yeah, when you're in a relationship, you want to grow together. You want to get better together.
Yeah. Well, come back to you. Remember your ex, going back to that situation where you said that you had an ex and he was like, because he brought it up, talking about called you beer belly, because you said that your ex called you beer belly because he was fat shaming you, correct? I would say that if you showed more self-love, you would really have the ability to show a man love. Because remember, we're simple creatures. We don't want much, right? I'll be truthfully honest. There's only like two main things that really keep a man. Three things: sex, compliance.
Submission, cooperation, femininity. You know what I mean? Like those three things. Obviously, sex. You know what I mean? You can throw sex in there. The three S's: sex, sandwiches, submission. We don't want much. We don't ask for much as men. You know what I mean? You give us that, we got everything else. I promise you, you're gonna have the whole world. If you could, ladies, if you could provide a man that man, he gonna give you the world. Facts.
Some food.
With a smile
Like
on
if you
his
can
face.
cook, you can hold down the kitchen. That's gonna keep him around. Compliance, follow his lead, give him peace. That encompasses, compliance, and then sex.
Give him peace.
But within that, it's one of the things like comply to the man. Like the man says, "Yo, baby girl, you need to get in the gym, start losing some weight. You got beer belly, whatever it is. Change your behaviors for the man. That's love, and not only that, you benefit from it the most."
I understand. I don't mean to keep pausing, but you already know what we do here. A lot of women, they don't respect or value their man's opinion. So he could say, "Hey, babe, you know what I mean? You got to get back in the gym. Let's get it back tight." She not gonna respect what he got to say. So she gonna keep doing what she want to do. You know what I mean? Because she don't care. A man can say, "Hey, babe, I like this. I want you to do this. I think this would be good. I miss you like this." If she don't respect the man, if she don't value his opinion, she ain't gonna give a shit. She's not. Remember that. She's not.
Because you would be more healthier. Forget the looks. You can be comfortable in your own skin, right? You can be truly comfortable in your own skin on how you look. If you're X amount of pounds, if you truly feel good inside, you feel good inside. But the thing is that you will elevate your health as well. And I do believe, like, I work out, and I'm be honest, when I hit the gym, we hit the gym, bro.
Yeah.
This is my gym bro right here. We hit the gym, like, niggas feel much better after the gym. Like,
man.
life is just better after the gym.
Gym tomorrow?
Oh yeah, we going to the gym tomorrow.
Yeah,
One.
wait, I gotta.
We gotta go one. We one or two. You want to do two?
I want to do 12, actually.
12? This nigga want to go early, man. We doing a podcast.
We
It's about to
could
be-
do one. We could do one.
I
Yeah,
got a
do one.
little tiny rebuttal.
Sure,
I
right.
do agree with what you're saying, but because we brought up my beer belly, I feel
Yeah.
like I'm allowed to say something.
For sure, yeah.
I agree.
Okay.
Right? I think it's great if he's like, hey, if I'm like, hey, let's work on this together.
Mm-hmm.
My issue with him was that first off, he wanted me to lose 20 pounds. Me losing 20 pounds, I would be extremely thin.
Let's do it.
20 pounds is very doable. That's very doable. Now, if you would have said maybe about 40, 50, even then, because I just believe that anything is possible. But if you would have said about 40, 50, then I'm like, all right, homie, he kind of, 20 pounds, that's very doable. Very doable.
How
I
tall are you?
I don't think that's
5'3".
asking for
5'3".
too
How
much.
much do you currently weigh?
140.
You weigh 140?
Yes.
We got the scale. You want to get on the scale?
No, they did not. No, he didn't break the scale out. Nah, cool, you wrong for that, brother. He just broke the scale out. That's hilarious.
Okay, 500 deluxe garden gnomes. Wow.
I only meant to order 5.
How you gonna break? That's crazy.
Why do you have that there?
He just got the scale and just
Exactly.
on
Put it on
deck.
24.
Nah.
Am I supposed to do that?
Yeah, sure. A lot of girls do it.
It's like 140, 145.
Bro, she's not like big. She's not, you know what I mean? She's not fat at all.
I'm gonna say I'm about 147 right now.
Okay, hop on. It's
With
good.
all the clothes and everything, I'm gonna say about 147.
I can't see. He's let me know.
She's not big, bro. And honestly, respect to her for even jumping on the scale. Because I guarantee you, other women in that room or other women that would come in, they probably damn near would have hit Cooley up in the head with a bottle if he asked them to step on the scale. So salute to her for actually, being willing to get on the scale. That's respectable. It's commendable for sure. But she ain't big, bro. She's not fat at all.
Okay, 151.8. Okay, so let's just say you got on close. Let's just say you won 150. You could throw it on a regular. Switch the cams.
But the problem with it was that I told him to stop, and he didn't. I set a boundary, and he kept going. And I feel like if you don't respect your partner's boundaries, then you're not gonna. There's other parts of the relationship you're not gonna respect. Boundaries are extremely important.
I would.
Also, I didn't gain weight during the relationship. The way I was in the
Stop the cap.
beginning, from the way he started making comments.
Girl, you started gaining that happy weight. It happens. Me and my wife, when we first got together many, many moons ago, we both gained happy weight. I gained happy weight like a mug. We was going to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles every weekend. You know what I mean? Stop the cap, girl. You know you gained a little bit of happy weight. Ain't nothing wrong with it, but you did. You gained happy weight. He probably did too.
Yeah.
In her defense, he's seen how she looked when he got with her. So before he even pursued anything further, he should have told her up front, like, "Hey, look, if we're gonna date and take this serious, you need to lose X amount of pounds."
I'm happy with how I look. Are there things that I want to, improve on? Do I want to go to the gym, maybe lose some weight? Yeah, of course, but I want to do that in a positive way where I'm doing it for myself.
She seems very receptive to criticism, and you know what I mean. She seems very, very receptive. A lot of women that I've seen on this show, they're the opposite. But she seems very, very open to improving and just open to hearing other people's opinions, and that is very, very valuable, for sure.
I'm doing it willingly, and I'm not being pushed past.
Go ahead, Lauren. I don't know if that's your name, but go ahead, Lauren. Yeah.
Boundaries to do something.
Pressure.
When I say he kept making comments about it, he kept making comments, and that's extremely inappropriate.
I get what you're saying, and that's fine and dandy. The thing is that you said that other than him making those comments, he was a good man, and it was a good time, right? That's the reason why you broke up with him, because
he
he
did
was
something
fat shaming
before
you.
that too. My dad was dying in the hospital. He's alive. He made it.
Okay.
And I remember I was calling him upset, and he said to me, he was like, "Oh, can I call you back? I play video games." So that was the first.
Hey, yo. Okay. Okay. Now, obviously, we don't, we can only go by what this young lady is saying. But if that is the case, if I believe what's coming out of her mouth right now, then I would have left dude too if I was her. My pops is in the hospital, could potentially lose his life. Like, "Oh, babe, can I call you back? I'm playing the video games right now." I would have broke up with his ass too. That's wild.
He did. It wasn't just the fat shaming. There was a
wild.
list.
Okay.
That's
So I feel like that
But the
kind of
fat
goes with
shaming
the.
is what
That was my breaking point. That was like, I cannot do this any longer.
Okay, so you broke up with your man because he fat shamed you. And what we're just trying to tell you, we understand that, he can be saying things in maybe an abrasive manner, you're sensitive. And he...
Cooler, you can't skip over that, brother. You cannot skip over what she just said. Come on, bro. Like, it didn't really seem like dude really cared about her at all. Her pops is in the hospital fighting for his life. He's like, "Oh, babe, when I call you back, I'm playing video games." Like, you can't skip over that. You can't.
Being mindful of your sensitivity
you can't.
level. He's like, "Hey, girl, you got a beer belly and you need to
Which I
get in the
brought up
gym."
multiple. Right,
and
it's
stuff
not like he said
and
it
also,
and I
he
left.
brought it up.
Nah, that's wild. That's wild. Under no circumstances should you ever tell your woman that she has a beer belly, even if it's true. No. You better go back to the drawing boards and try to figure out how you could rework that before you let that come out of your mouth. You don't tell your girl that she got a beer belly. That's insane. That's wild. We're not gonna do that. That is blatant disrespect. Now that's actually disrespect. That's insane.
Times we understand that, right? We understand men kind of talk abrasive naturally. That's kind of just who we are. We're kind of real direct, right? So one, you have to understand a man. That's kind of generally.
No, being direct is like, babe. I think you should start going I think you should go back to the gym. I think you gained a couple pounds. I just want you to get it back. Get it back tight. Saying that you got a beer belly. Nah, you just being a dick. No, we're not gonna let that slide.
Some men kind of will tone police themselves and understand a woman's sensitivity level, and powder their words a little bit to make you feel more comfortable. But at the end of the day, it didn't matter how he was saying it. Is the reason why he had to keep saying it is because you didn't change your behavior, right? So like he told you, hey, pretty much saying you need to get in the gym, and you weren't getting in the gym. If you would have started working out, I'm sure that would have stopped. He would have been like, "Good, I see." Then it would have been different. Yo, you looking good, stuff like that.
Would encourage
There was one time I lost a little bit of weight, and he still made comments. Like one time I had a steroid.
it wasn't 20 pounds.
I had a steroid shot, so I was a little puffy, and I would FaceTime him, and we'd be having a great conversation, and then
She's a pretty girl, bro. Like she don't seem, you know what I mean? Like she seems very, very sweet, very soft spoken. Honestly, like I said before, I just think homie didn't really want to be with her anymore, and he was just trying to come up with different ways on how he could kind of push her out the door.
Oh, did you gain weight? And I'm like,
Well, that was a
No, I
steroid
had a
shot.
steroid.
But
Well,
that's also a problem with men not being upfront with women from the get-go.
like we would have a good conversation, and then it
Yeah,
would just,
true.
he always
He-
would bring up the weight thing,
I
and I was
mean,
like, I can't. It's for my
truthfully,
mental health. I can't do this.
If we're
anymore.
talking about him himself,
What do you guys think? How
if
about
you
that?
were 150 and he got with you and he should have never
Right.
granted you a relationship exercise,
Yeah.
he should have been like, listen, if you want this relationship, hit the gym. And then he should have granted it. So that's what he should have did.
But what do
But
they
you
think, though? I want to hear what the girls have to say.
Yeah, we can get the girl's perspective on this. Sure, why not? Let's go with, what is it, Ayla? Aishla?
Cooley.
Aishla, right?
Asasia.
no,
I thought it was Aishla. Asasia.
Yeah.
You just got a difficult name.
Asasia. I thought it was Asasia.
What's-
Asasia. I like that. That's a good name.
Thoughts on her situation? Do you think that she should have worked out to keep her man? Because that's what we talking about.
I personally agree with what you guys are saying, but I
Okay.
also agree with what you're saying.
Oh, she looked like she could be Zendaya big sister. Tell me she don't. Tell me she don't look like she could be Zendaya big sister. That's Saisa. Come on.
When a man's not straight up front on what he wants from a female, but like you said, if this was how you were before him, why this you already accepted me, you know?
Yeah.
But it's also about how you can word things in a way.
Yeah.
Like maybe let's motivate each other and say, you know what, babe, let's go to the gym together. Let's do this together. Not, oh, you're fat. You need because that's gonna
Yeah.
mess up your mental.
I have a follow-up.
Why the girl sit next to Lauren look scared? She look like she don't know where she at.
Now, so because he didn't want to break up with her, you know what I mean? He didn't want to end a relationship at the end of the day. And number two, now my next question is, my first question is, if you were with your ideal man, he checks all your boxes, and he wanted you to lose X amount of pounds, would you do it or would you break up with him?
And more. I'm losing those pounds and more.
See?
I'm
Fair enough.
Come on, bro. Come on. Shout out to Saisa. Look like Zendaya big sister. Yeah. Because what's important about that is she's receptive to what her man is saying. If her man is saying, hey babe, I need you to drop like 20, 25 pounds. She said, man, I'm gonna drop that and more. What? He check all the boxes. He look good. He tall. He get into the bag. You know what I mean? He protect me. Financially, physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally. Oh, yeah. I'm going to lose 20, 30, 40. Yeah. Shout out to her.
Fair enough. What's your thoughts on the situation?
So I would try to lose weight. Like I would definitely go to the gym and start working out. You know, it benefits yourself, like to get healthier, and it'll save your relationship. Because me personally, I like men that are fit as well. So if you're not,
He wasn't fit.
yeah,
You don't-
encourage each other.
You
to
don't
go
really
to the
look
gym.
at, if we're being honest, women, like, a man being fit isn't on the top of the woman's priority list. There's a multitude of other
But I
things on
still
the top
thought
of
he
the
was
priority
great.
list.
I still
I also
thought he
wanna
looked
say-
great. And
I mean, I don't think most women want a dude who's super sloppy and, you know what I mean, belly poking out and all that. I don't think most women want that. So even if like fit, I guess you could say being fit is subjective. You know what I mean? What it means to me, being fit may be a different definition to you. But generally speaking, women don't want a dude who's super fat, sloppy, and all that. You know what I mean? They don't.
when you're in a
Yeah.
relationship, especially for the long term, your weight is going to constantly fluctuate.
Yeah.
We are all going to get gray and wrinkles someday. And if you are so focused on my body weight, then I just don't think that you value me entirely as a person.
I disagree.
I feel as if he
Well,
wasn't.
well,
He wasn't
that-
already
with
there for her
that-
mentally, though.
Yeah, but within
Exactly.
that,
He wasn't there for you mentally, so
Like I
that
told
was
about
your
my
last
dad,
straw.
like there was
She ain't said one word, bro. She looked lost. She looked lost.
there's like a disconnect that I couldn't deal
that
with.
isn't necessarily true.
I
What you
feel like
just
going to
stated
the
too.
gym every day is like self-love. Not every day, but like
Just work-
incorporate it in your daily lifestyle.
Yeah. Guys, I do work out.
Yeah, but look,
I do
here's what I wanted to say, right? Like,
That's not what we're talking
and what
We
you're
ain't talking about you, Lauren. I don't know that's your name, but we ain't talking about you, Lauren.
talking about, like you said that, well, he wasn't really genuine with his love, because if he was genuine, like, we all get old, we age. So, you know, if he's expecting me to change, you know, he can't be genuine with the love that he has for me. That's nonsensical. Don't make sense. The reason why it doesn't make sense is because we all should do better for ourselves and for our partners. Like, if I'm a broke bum, we all know that women want security.
Facts.
And women want a leader.
Facts.
If I don't,
Most of them. I'll say about 99% of them. But you got that 1% that don't really know what they want.
if I don't embody these certain attributes within my character, well, she's probably going to break up with me, or the relationship isn't going to last. Or not only that, I don't even deserve her, right? So I should always try to work on myself and be the best version of myself, despite age and all of that, right? Because that's much different. When you get old, you build up that history and that long-term chemistry and all of that. That's different. Like, that's much different. But in your 20s and stuff like that, no, you should always be trying to elevate yourself.
All right. Got a couple more minutes left, but we're going to end it right there. Just to wrap it up, I'm going to say this. Ladies, even to my fellas, all right? What you did, how you were when you got them is what you have to do and what you have to maintain to keep them. I'm going to say that again. How you were, everything that you did, you know what I mean, before in the beginning to get them, you got to keep that up if you want to keep them. All right? It's Rec. I'm reacting. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.